Welcome back, everybody, to the next section of the van build. And as you can see, the cabinet that was restructured has now been remounted into the coach here. And I have to say that turned out pretty good, the way that looks. And for the first time ever, it opens up room here for a microwave on top. I've already run the cabling. I have a 20 amp rated outlet, which you need for a microwave. It's a dedicated circuit. There's nothing else on that circuit, so that's nice. And that's the one where you probably won't be able to see it behind here, but the armored cable runs down under here, and it runs all the way around here to where the new converter box is going to be. So that allowed us to pre-cut out for Marshall has the JBL speakers here. And that looks really nice. I don't have it mounted up, but we have the speaker wires rerun. We ran them behind the wall there. And in addition, the 12 volt wiring for the light that hangs down here has also been put in place. The leads for that are in, and that is also run so it can't be seen from, from the outside here looking at the cabinet. So it turned out well. It remounted really well. There's some really good ribbing of some sort up there. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to rip the ceiling apart. Oh, that's how they did it. So it's not the way I am. This has all the ribbing. It also has the finish on the side of it that matches the rest of the coach works here in terms of the ribbed finish. So we'll have to put a new piece of carpet back here, which will be fine for that. And then the microwave will be able to sit on top. This is also a flexible microwave setup so that no matter how you configure it, up, down, sideways, it has the cable clamp on there to make it nice and secure. So I think that's a really nice feature that allows you to basically sit any microwave on here up to about 20 inches or so. And this is, of course, in 1989 when this coach was built. It was not really an option to have I guess maybe some of the higher end coaches had that on it. So most of the wiring is now done. We have the wire here for the 12 volt USB cigarette lighter USB charger combo. Speaker wires here are coming through. They're ready to be reconnected. The only thing we have to do is go through the refrigerator vent area to pick up the feed for the outside lighting here. And I believe I already have a run. I think I've set something up here for that. I have some coiled wire somewhere. So basically all the wiring has now been completed on the coach. The other cabinet will be removed here, and the cutout will be done for the speaker. So it'll have pretty good, not perfect balance, but pretty nice balance, because I'm not sure. I don't think that these cabinets are exactly at the same distance from front to back on the coach, but I think it's close enough, and it should give some stereo balance here. And with the shroud on it, it looks really nice. We pre-mounted the and made sure that we could attach that okay with the badge of JBL's on the front. So yeah, all we need to do is hinge the door again here, and this is ready to go. This is really strong, thank goodness. A lot of the things on the coach aren't, but that's certainly one that's very strong. And we have another potential cabinet that we can re-engineer to fit. It was a really good idea of mine to save every bit of wood that was on the build. Reason being is that you never know when you might need it. So I was able to cut a piece of the finished material and get it mounted there. So I was happy about the way that that turned out. So there'll be a good cabinet for storage for dishes and whatever over top of the sink area and the propane stove. And just about the point where we're going to turn our attention to the last system that needs to be addressed, which is the water pump system. And then, believe it or not, we'll start putting the finished plywood or composition board tops in here for things like the bed. We'll install the dinette and get that finished with the paneling. And we'll replace this side. There'll be the 12-volt outlet and USB 120, and the 12-volt outlets are here ready to go. So you really have to think ahead of time where you want your wiring to go, and then you have to make your wiring so it's not visible within the coach. It's not hanging exterior on the walls. So all right, that brings you up to date on the latest chapter of restoring the Lisa Marie. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please take a second to give a thumbs up. I'm happy. I'm not a finished carpenter, and I continuously stress that to Marshall. I'm more of a framing carpenter, which is rough carpentry. But for the effort of building the new side on there, having that fit pretty well, I think it turned out pretty decent. So there it is, everybody. Thanks so much for watching the new microwave station here, as well as the reconfigured cabinet, which allowed for a microwave to be placed. And yes, I will be building some type of system there that will keep that in place, the microwave, so it will not bounce around on the road. So yeah, infrastructure. That's what takes the most time, I think, when you're doing a coach restoration, is redoing and doing all of the infrastructure. Once again, if you enjoyed the video, please give a thumbs up, and thanks so much for watching.